to a certain point with you know, the parallel. I mean, there's some of them, but with this it's modular. You know, you can, you know, we could run, you know, fusion generator or whatever comes on, you know, next thing that generates electricity.
Right. So can you run me through this? So what is this box we're looking at here?
Okay, this is our controller.
Okay.
So this converts the battery power that comes in here, the DC power, to 3-phase AC power, and it controls how much power goes to the motor.
Okay.
This is the negative distribution box. That's the positive distribution box, and then this is your 3-phase motor here.
What are the distribution boxes?
That's basically your high voltage distribution.
Okay.
So that's what you have your main battery cable that come from the two battery packs in the back. So the positive cable goes over here and the negative goes here, and that goes to all the different points. You know, you got your main power here. Then we have accessory drives and all that too. So okay, that's where all that goes.
So this is a traction electric motor.
Yeah, so that's your traction motor and reduction gearbox.
Reduction gearbox. And
then goes into, you've got our own bell housing here, and then goes into the standard 8 and 10 speed.
Okay. And same air brake system.
Air brakes are all the same. Really, from the flywheel back is all the same.
What do we got under here? This box.
This is our accessory box.
Okay. This is like the power steering pump and the HVAC?
Yeah. So you have your step down converter for 12 volt. Yeah. So that converts the high voltage electrical, that, you know, the 650 or whatever, down to 12 volt.
Okay.
And then this runs the accessory drive. So that's the power steering and the air compressor.
And here we got the batteries.
We have two battery packs. They're basically identical. One's a mirror image of the other.
And it's a lithium iron phosphate?
Lithium iron phosphate.
So all these little things here are to keep the batteries equal, the cells equal?
Yeah, it's a battery management system. So when we're driving, it monitors all the cells.
Yep.
And so if there's a problem with any one of the batteries, whether it's voltage or temperature or both, the communication here tells the controller here that there's a problem, and then we can cut power back if we want to. So we can take the load off of the batteries, you know, to save them. You know, and so every battery is monitored for temperature and voltage, and we can watch if anything is going wrong on the battery pack, the controller. It all goes to the central management system, and we can, you know, if we're pulling too much load or whatever, we can just back off the power automatically. So the driver doesn't have to worry too much about that.
Okay.
You know, if there's an error that comes up, then he can let us know, or we can actually, we'll be able to connect to it through the internet, through basically a cellular signal, and we can monitor the whole thing while it's driving.
Wow.
You know, so that'll be the production version. Right now we can do it through Wi-Fi. You know, we can watch we can control all the truck electronics through wireless. So it's just a matter of
things to worry about.
What's that?
Give the driver less things to worry about, and keep the equipment in control. And
it's not really about like the driver having to worry about it as much as we get to kind of monitor everything and make sure everything's happy. And if there's anything that comes up, you know, whether it's an error code or whatever, we can see it. And so in some ways, you know, it's kind of like having us in the right seat watching it for you. You know, if there's any kind of problem, you know. So and a lot of vehicle companies already have that in place for whatever, you know, they're through the CAN bus and all that, they can watch everything. So.
Right. And you guys built the enclosures?
Yep.
Those are waterproof, kind of like weatherproof type enclosures?
They're pretty weatherproof. This may not be the final design, but this is the same general design, which will, you know, hang off like saddle bags, you know, where the fuel tanks usually go.
Yeah. And here's the Capstone turbine, C65.
Yeah. So that'll all go under the hood on the production version.
And it's running right now.
Right now it's in a cool down.
In a cool down?
Yeah.
like a truck from up here.